Isn't that for Boon now? Why are you giving me so weird question?
Okay.
I play the piano and a little bit of 笛子.
I play the violin and piano.
I only play the cello. Only.
So I play the violin.
Yeah, so I play the kalimba, the ocarina, the harmonica, the ukulele, the guitar, and maybe the piano. I think it's been around like more than 10 years.
I've been playing it for more than 10 years.
12 years? 12 years?
Oh, which one?
When I was in kindergarten, my teacher brought a violin to our class and she showed it to us. So I went home and told my mom that I liked the sound of the violin and I wanted to learn it. So we waited till I was around primary 1, then I started having lessons on the violin.
Okay, so basically right, I had flat feet when I was young. So my mom told me I can't join sports cause like she's scared I would just like injure myself by tripping over and doing something stupid. But she told me to look at like the clubs and societies and then like the music groups. And I was just like, okay. I saw a group of people standing up and playing a violin. And there was one kid sitting down playing a bigger violin. And I was like, I want to be that kid. I don't want to stand up.
There was once I was gonna bring my violin back home from practice, and then I realized like halfway back home my friend called me and she was like, are you sure that your violin is in your case? And then I checked and my violin wasn't in my case, so I had to rush back to school to take my violin. Right, so there was once where I was carrying like a cello at the MRT station, and there was a young boy who asked his father, what instrument is that? And the father replied, a bus. And the boy was like, that's not a bus.
My most memorable performance would be one that I had with Musicians Initiative last August actually, where we played Shahrazad, because that was a piece that I have wanted to play since I was 14. Like I first heard Shahrazad when I was 14 and I really wanted to play it. So when Musicians Initiative like asked me whether I wanted to play for that concert, I was more than ready to fulfill my bucket list.
During a Christmas concert that the piano teachers of my teacher held. So that concert was particularly important for me in my musical journey because it reinforced my intention and my aspiration to become a pianist. It gave me a purpose and reason for why I want to be a pianist.
So what is music? Music is a platform that aims to bridge composer arrangers to musicians, and we hope to work on more spontaneous projects, bringing these two parties together and creating works and playing original works in a sense.
It's like a platform for local composers, no matter whether they're experienced or amateurs, for them to experience pushing out a composition that everyone can enjoy, including like people who are not experienced with classical music or people who have a better appreciation for classical music. I feel like the local art scene needs more appreciation and encouragement for local composers. Like I feel the general public doesn't really appreciate or listen to a lot of local music. Yeah, so that is what music in creation is for.
I would say that I envision a change whereby there will be a more diverse art scene because there will be more local composers and there will be more local compositions. And this is possible due to music being a platform for them to reach out to when they need people to play their music.
I think music is unique in the sense that we are reaching out to amateur composers, because in Singapore we have the Singapore Composers Society, and that's mainly for it feels like there's a higher barrier to entry for well-trained composers. So we're hoping that even people who want to do arrangements of like their favorite pop pieces or movie soundtracks can come on board with us to perform.
We aim to be much more composer focused rather than musician focused. So for most groups in Singapore, they tend to be much more focused on developing the musicians by letting them play like pieces that are really well known, like Mozart, like Mahler. But for us, we aim to build ourselves in a direction whereby we become a platform for all the aspiring composers to reach out to, whereby they can submit their compositions, their arrangements for us to liaise players with, and then they are able to play the compositions and arrangements. And because of that, we are not fixed to a certain size. We are not an orchestra, we are not an ensemble. We can be a quartet, we can be like a mixed orchestra, we can be like a mixed ensemble of like different instrumentation that you don't usually see.
Bye bye. Stop like moving the thing, I tell you.
I'm not even touching it.
Okay.
You're moving it.
Oh wait, I cannot answer. I don't have an answer for this. Like I really don't have an answer.
That's my house idea.
Orchestra. Okay, stop judging me.
Cut!